Hello, world. All right. Gotta go sign into chat for whatever reason. It's kind of stupid. Wow. That's mildly infuriating. Whatever. YouTube chat is weird. Oh, hey, Robin. Welcome to the chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why the chat is being weird. I don't know. YouTube does weird things. But yeah, here is the Tomb Raider cookbook. I haven't cooked a ton of things from it. I have a lot of stuff, which all these like sticky notes at the top of things that I'd like to cook from it, but I haven't actually cooked much. I cooked the jollof, which was pretty good, but that's, I think, all I've cooked from here. If you're into Tomb Raider, this is a really cool cookbook for sure, because it's got a travel guide with it as well. So, for example, let's go to North America, which is where we are right now. It gives you like a little like description of everything. I've actually never had it except for the time that I made it, so I have zero idea what it should taste like. So I can't tell you how authentic it was, but it tasted really good. I liked it. It was something, definitely a new flavor combination for me. And I thought it tasted good. Is it accurate? No idea. Why? It's so bizarro. My like Twitch chat popped up. I'm just gonna hide the chat box real quick. Okay. Sorry, I don't really stream on YouTube all that often, but I'm trying it out. Because why the hell not? Alright, so we're gonna make the apple pies first, and I'm just gonna get started on the prep for those. Okay. I've got my apples washed already in the kitchen. So we're just gonna... Why are you being like this? Okay. I'm just gonna get that started. Now I've made apple pie-esque things in like every fantasy cookbook that I have, or fantasy science fiction video game. I've made lots of apple related puff pastry sorts of dishes. Ah, thank you so much. And totally get it. It's during the workday, so if you can't stick around, I'm not, my feelings are not hurt. You can always lurk in the background too and not really pay attention. I won't complain about that either, but thank you for the support. I am so glad you enjoy it. So on the apple note, I don't know why I just got all these apples off. I tend to really like Honeycrisp apples when I bake, or like some combination of Honeycrisp and Granny Smith. I've cooked a lot of pastry desserts. The one in the Final Fantasy cookbook may actually be my favorite so far. Okay, so we're just going to peel these and then dice them up. So let's get my peeler out. Why can I not find it? There we go. Actually, I'm just going to get my trash bowl. Really quickly peel these guys. Wow, that was useless. So I never really had like a trash bowl. Like while I prepped things, I was just threw stuff into the trash. And then I was watching Thomas Keller's like master classes, and he has a trash bowl. Why is this so hard to peel today? Oh my jeebus. So anyways, it's a game changer, and I totally think everybody should have one. It really streamlines your prep. This peeler is struggling though with this apple. I found usually if you can't peel something, it's because it's too soft. But these are not squishy apples, so it could just be that my peeler is kind of dulling. Maybe time for a new peeler, which would suck. All right, cool. It's alright, there's a little bit of crust, I'll survive. Crust? This is not crust. Skin? Whatever it's called. Alright, so we're just gonna keep peeling. I can always edit out in my actual YouTube videos, I always edit out anything stupid that I do, unless it's particularly funny, then I'll leave it in. And now you guys get to see me in all my glory struggle. I like peeling apples this way, so I get to save more of the apple. If I try to peel it with my knife, I'm not good at it, and then I feel like I cut off so much apple. Oh jeebus, I've got an itch in my throat, excuse me. Ugh. Got a wee little tickle in my throat. So yeah, today we're doing North American cuisine from Tomb Raider. She travels all over the world, so in other videos we can always do other cuisines. And I'm going to try and group my food together a little bit more purposefully. I mean, usually I cook at least from the same cookbook, or same universe. And now I'm going to try and make things kind of go together. What else? Alright, off. Kind of fun cooking on a different platform. What I'm excited about doing for YouTube in specific is I'm not going to have to upload this video, which is huge. It usually takes me forever to download off of Twitch and then upload to YouTube. So this way I don't have to worry about it. Alright, get out of here. Okay. Get off. It normally does not take me so long to peel the apples, but alas. He knows I'm trying to peel live, so it's like, you know what would be fun? Making it difficult. Alright. I like this recipe. It's got not a lot of prep. Actually, both these recipes today are kind of easy recipes, to be honest. But I kind of just really needed some apple pie in my life. So we're having apples. Nothing wrong with cooking easy food. Although the way these are peeling may be not so easy after all. Okay, good enough. Get a little bit of skim, we'll survive. I don't think I have to peel anything else. Oh my gosh, right? Yes, for those of you watching, that is a reference to a recipe I did from one of my Lord of the Rings cookbooks, and I had to, the instructions literally said to core it with a spoon. We were doing roasted apples. I couldn't do it. I had to call my hubby in, who was the person who just commented. Yeah, that was a load of dung. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so now we're gonna quickly dice these guys up with a knife. going. Cool. Okay. Nice firm apples. Go. Making sure you can see everything. Oh, I can smell the corn on my tray. I was like, what is that smell? It would be corn. Smells good. I'm excited for the other dish too. It's definitely a new one for me. But I feel like I have to do my due diligence and always make sure that the apple dishes and cookbooks are yummy. Because apple is delicious. At least it can be delicious, it doesn't have to be. Go. One apple down, 3 more. Try a little bit of the apple, see if it's any good. It's a good apple. Delicioso. Now I think I have apple in between my teeth. That's not great when you're live streaming. No one really wants to see that. Thank you, apple. Apple in my teeth. Okay. Nice. Just gonna chop these bad boys. Well, we're kind of quick because these will start browning, and that's not delicious. Cut that off. Just cut the bruise right out of there. All right, 2 more. So like a really lopsided apple here. Slanty. I'm annoying. Let's just cut that off. Okay. There we go. Apples in. I forgot to put a paper towel under my cutting board. A wet paper towel will help your cutting board stick to the surface so it won't slide like mine is doing. But I'll just be careful. I'll do it for my next flying apple. Do it for my next dish. Oops. All right, so I have a confession to make. I've cooked. I've played all the recent Tomb Raider games, but I haven't actually played all of the old games. I tried, and it was really, really hard, and yeah. So I wanted to play all the Tomb Raider games when I was growing up, but I didn't have the console to play them. I knew who she was, and I thought she was pretty cool. So I guess I'm a newer Tomb Raider fan, but that's totally fine by me. Alrighty. Go. Nice. I love when my cutting is halfway decent. Not a professional chef. My knife work isn't perfect. I'm still working on it. I'd love to have perfect knife work. I see Top Chef and stuff. That'd be cool. Alright. Stay. Alrighty. Come on, work with me. I think my cutting board was what smelled. Like I washed it, but I need to oil it. I haven't done that in a bit. It's on my to-do list. Oil cutting board. Need to just do it. Well, that's a lot more apple than I thought it was going to be. I'm glad I picked a bigger bowl. Thank goodness. All right, we are almost done with our apples, and I just gotta squeeze this lemon. All our cutting board work will be done. Great. All right. Apples are diced. Beautiful. Just put that aside. I'm gonna get my lemon juice ready. Lemon. Put these back in the fridge. My veggies for the next dish. Okay. There we go. Ugly lemon. I'm just gonna squeeze in here. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. Lemon juice done. Let's off my knife real quick. I'm gonna wipe down my board, and then let's cook our apples. Alrighty, I'm just gonna turn the camera so you can see. There we are. Okay. So we are going to melt the butter, then add the apples, brown sugar, cinnamon, salt, and lemon juice. right, so let's get out our butter. Woo. We kind of hoard halal guys sauce, white sauce in our kitchen. I need 4 tablespoons. That's like half a stick of butter. 1 mint, and we'll get that in there. Okay, melt the butter over in a medium pot over medium heat. There we go, hopefully you can see that. Get my other ingredients ready while we do that. Okay, butter away. Ooh, I just got really hungry. Very much hunger coming out right now in my belly. Okay. Cool. I don't understand. I thought my pan for this was unlevel. I thought I fixed it, but I still see things running towards that direction. It's kind of driving me bonkers. All right, so we need apple juice, or my apples. We're gonna need brown sugar. How much of brown sugar? Half cup, and a teaspoon, and a half teaspoon, a tablespoon. So all the things. Tablespoon, teaspoon, half teaspoon. Beautiful. I guess I don't need a knife to even that out. All right, so we're just gonna let our butter melt, and once it's melted, we'll add everything else to our dish. Get my brown sugar ready. I love the smell of brown sugar, don't you? It smells like sugar with a little bit more punch. Syrupy, I suppose. Okay, so our butter is melting. Very nice. Cinnamon. And my salt. Awesome. Put that in there. Doesn't it smell good? I love the smell of butter. It's so delicious. All right. Okay, let's add our apples. Those go. I'm gonna save this. I think I need it later. About a half cup of brown sugar. A teaspoon of cinnamon. Now I have a feeling this is going to taste very basic because there's really not a lot going into this, but hey, sometimes just nice simple is okay. Half teaspoon of kosher salt. And a tablespoon of lemon juice. There's a try to do this, I might get stupid seeds. There we go. All right. Let's use this spatula and stir this all up. That look good. It smells like apple pie in here. I can't be upset about that. Because apple pie smells good. So we are going to bring to a simmer. I don't know what the heck they think is going to simmer. There's no liquid really to simmer. I'm going to bring it to a simmer. What? With what liquid? Okay, there's like a little bit of liquid down at the bottom, so I guess that's it. And we're going to cook it for like 8 minutes. Computer, set timer for 8 minutes. There's like
starting now.
A wee simmer at the very bottom. So that's what I'm going for. Bring to a simmer and cook for 8 minutes until the apples are soft and the liquid has reduced. You know, I guess there's some as the apples release their juices, because we're just creating like an appley syrup, I suppose. All right, don't need any more lemon juice. I can put that away. It smells like delicious apple pies in here, though, with the cinnamon and the Granny Smith apples, the brown sugar. What I do enjoy about this recipe is that they are having us cook the apples and getting them soft before we put it in the puff pastry. There are some recipes that I've come across in other cookbooks, specifically fantasy cookbooks, that have you not do that, and then the apples just feel really underdone. I think that was I cooked the apple pie from, what is it? The Assassin's Creed cookbook, and that one, I don't think I cooked the apples first, and it definitely felt like the apples were underdone. I mean, maybe if that's what you like, it's like really crisp apples. That's not how I was raised. So, I remember on that pie, I did a really good job with my lattice work. I was very proud of myself. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm tooting my own horn. Okay, get rid of my trash here. Okay. Very nice. I will need my tablespoon is still. Melt the butter. Alright, this is fine. I don't need this anymore. Trying to keep on top of my cleanup as one should do. Ooh, I can hear it bubbling. I don't know if you guys can pick it up because it's just a very faint sound. It definitely sounds like it's releasing now all of its liquids, which is what we were hoping for. See, I feel like I could add some more spices to this. It's just cinnamon, but I feel like with a little nutmeg, maybe some cardamom, allspice, clove, like anything really, because right now it's just cinnamon, so it's kind of basic. Hello, Samurai. What is up? I'm trying out the YouTube streaming again with cooking. I'm going to give that a go for probably a couple of weeks. I'll stream some on Twitch and some on YouTube. So, that'll be fun. Yes, it will. Whew. How are you today? Is it weird that I still want to call you Samurai? I can see that's not your name, but it's what I feel like I need to call you. Smells good. We're about halfway there on our filling as well. About 4 more minutes. What's really sad is I know that I've got to roll out my puff pastry dough, and I'm really lazy, and I hate when I have to do that. I hate when it's like, roll out your puff pastry dough. Like, it's supposed to be ready made. I don't want to have to roll it out more. Gosh. That's laziness at its best. Oh, look at that. So good. Now all that liquid's coming out. Let's just see where we are on our apples. Just out of curiosity, you know, I gotta test the apple, make sure it's good, you know? It's hot, hot, hot. Now this is gonna be a very basic apple. And this is Granny Smith. I'm like torn between really wanting to just like change the recipe and testing the recipe, which is what I'm supposed to be doing. I can already tell you now that I think this is going to be sort of boring because the Granny Smiths are tart and there's not a lot of sugar. There's not a lot of spices. Just saying. We could try a little bit harder. Alrighty. I just make myself laugh. I'm rating. Can't take a break from rating because laugh people. Got it. Alright, you can, if you want, just lurk in the back. Otherwise, have fun rating. I guess not even otherwise. Have fun rating, period. Gotta carry your weight this time. I totally understand. Sometimes you just gotta lurk. I'm a lurker. What am I talking about? Probably lower the heat just a smidgel. You don't want it boiling. Yeah, I feel like I've cooked so much apple stuff that I should be able to make my own apple pie recipe at this point. You were waiting for the stream. I posted on Discord. Yeah, so I'm probably going to switch Tuesdays on Twitch and Wednesdays on YouTube. I'm very sorry that you were waiting there. My apologies. It was like a last minute, not last minute. I woke up this morning thinking about it, and then I forgot to post on Discord until kind of too late. My bad. Yeah, see, I would put more sugar in this and more spice and more everything. It's starting to lose the apple pie smell. And that's not cool. I guess maybe it's supposed to be a power snack, which each, it looks like, computer, stop. It looks like each area that she goes to has a power snack, which is supposed to be, you know, I'll read it in a second. I'll read the blurb so you guys can see what I mean. Alright, so we're just gonna pour this back into our bowl and then, oh, Yeah, I know. But now you'll know. It's okay. I missed you, but I definitely understood. All right, so we're gonna pour this into our bowl, which you cannot see, but I'm doing it. Oh, that's hot fire. We're just gonna get that in the fridge to cool. Might pop it in the freezer, to be honest, would be better. Hot fire. Here you go. I'm just gonna get this in the fridge. I'm gonna put it in the freezer because I want to speed it up a little. Ooh, that smells good. But it could smell better. So typically you don't want to do things like put this in the freezer right away because it's so hot it can actually change the temperature of everything else in your whatever you're putting it in. Okay. Nice. Alright, so now we are going to actually need to leave this out. We're going to roll out our puff pastry dough for the filling. And I'm just going to do something, because I don't need any of these things right now. Move these out of the way. So I have maximum space for the puff pastry. Now I like to do a little cheat because I hate cleaning off my whole counter. So I'll put, well, maybe I'll put the plastic wrap down. So I'll put a little bit of plastic wrap down, and then I'll put the puff pastry on that. Oh, why is plastic wrap so hard to work with? We'll try that again. Sometimes this cheat is easy. See? These are the things you don't get to see when I am not live. Ugh. Plastic wrap and I have a tenuous relationship. Clearly. Alright, let's try this again. I had to throw away everything that just touched the floor. And we will try to unroll the plastic wrap. Carefully. Carefully. Very good. I changed my mind. I want it this way. There we go. So now I can just roll out my puff pastry on that. I need my plate. All right, I'm also going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees for the baking. Actually, I'm going to keep it here. I know you can't see this super great, but I really don't want my puff pastry over here because I don't want it to get too close to the oven. Puff pastry needs to keep cold or else the butter melts and then you don't get any rise. The butter just melts right out of the dish. So I still need that. Get my puff pastry out. My oven is being finicky and didn't turn on. Don't you love when you've got problems in the kitchen? So we gotta give it a second. There we go. Alright, it's on. I gotta open and let some oxygen in for it to turn on. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get a little aluminum foil. Alright, so we get our aluminum foil out. It says to use parchment paper, but it's set at 400 degrees and my oven swings pretty wildly on the old heating, and I'm petrified of my parchment paper catching on fire in the oven. So whenever it's like 400 degrees, bake at and then use parchment paper. I use aluminum foil and I just grease it with the pan. It works just fine. And then I don't have to worry about a fire in my oven. So I don't think parchment paper is only like heat proof up to like 425 degrees or something. And my oven can get going a little crazy. So, fight me. That's what I'm going to do. Cool. Okay. I've greased my pan. That's ready. Alright, I'm going to get out my first sheet of with puff pastry. Put the other one back in the fridge. And I've got some extra flour in case I need it to help prevent sticking. But this looks, I usually have a fair amount of flour on them. Oh boy. Okay, so we need to roll that out. Because we're gonna cut 8 rectangles out of this, and right now that would be kind of hard to do. So then we get our handy dandy, oh no, oh no. What I don't understand is when I intentionally want cling wrap to cling to itself, it won't. When you don't want it to cling to itself, it does. Like, what? Why? There we go. This way I don't have to, well, the way it's going, I'm going to have to just do another thing. This way I don't have to clean my wooden cutting board or the counter or anything. I can just roll it out over it. Am I lazy or am I smart? These are the questions. See them do it on cooking shows though. So if they do it, I can do it. And not on like Worst Cooks in America, like real legit cooking shows. Okay. My rolling pin. Well, you are in the way, Abby. Really hoping it. Wow, this does not want to roll out today. Oh, it's just too cold. Alrighty. There we go, get some movement. My camera is in the way. really want 3 by 6 pieces. Alrighty. Now to self camera, you are in the way. I'm going to try changing the angle. It's not quite how I like to do it, but I really need to get the camera out of my way. I can't actually roll this stinking thing out. There we go. Okay. Take this off. And do our best to cut this into a rectangle. This is crappy rolling, I'll tell you what. I normally struggle so much. Pull a little. Oh, let's see if I can eyeball this. Okay. Half. There we are. Okay, just putting these will be our base for our tarts, pies, whatever these are called, hand pies. Okay, cut that in half. If you were a real pastry person, you'd probably be more exact than I am, but it's all good. Let's push that over just a smidge. Give it a little more room. Okay. Now we are going to get the other one and roll that out. This will be our lid. I do want to work. Oh, yeah, I noticed that she subbed. I was very excited about it. I sent her a text message. I was pretty excited. Alright, so let's roll this out again. That there. Put it on top. Okay, just gonna move that out of the way. Roll her out. Love it. My pastry dough split. Don't normally have so much problem with pastry dough, but I'm gonna have it today because I'm doing it live on YouTube. Look at that. Totally split. See, I would have preferred to just make 6 hand pies and then you just cut it like that. You don't have to worry about splitting or anything stupid. No. This wants us to make it this way. Then roll and get it to join up over there. Join you up again. together with my mind afterwards. Look at that, just complete split. So annoying. Alright, let's see if I can just rub that in. Yay! Sort of salvaged it a little bit. Alright, that is as good as it's gonna get today. Alright. Come on. That's okay, y'all. This is real home baking, where the problems happen. Okay. Our tops, as crappy as they are done. So now we're gonna get our filling out. And we are going to do about 3 tablespoons in each one. I need this knife later. I'm going to use this because I feel like I'm going to need to. I'm just filling these guys up. Let's scooch this over. So you can see what I'm doing. Now, I think, honestly, this recipe would benefit from chilling more. I have a lot of apple left over. I don't know if that was intentional or not. This is 3 tablespoons. I don't know if I have that much. Don't want any of the extra liquid in here. I feel like I should save the liquid from this though and make like a syrup or something. The way I cut my apples makes it look slightly like It is pineapple. Got a big juicy right over there. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah, if I was gonna make this recipe, probably just make 6. That's usually what you do in these. Whenever it calls for puff pastry, I've never actually made 8 before. Anything. I cook with puff pastry pretty regularly. Okay. But that's why you gotta try these recipes, right? You don't know till you well, I guess I kind of knew. I knew this was gonna be somewhat problematic. I guess my gut said it was gonna be somewhat problematic. I didn't know for certain. Alright. I said I have a bazillion left. Okay. So got that done. Then we're going to put those on top. Then we'll crimp it. I'm just going to stretch it, leave it. Somehow my tops are so much smaller. Okay. I'm gonna have to sop up some of the liquid off this one, else I'm never gonna get it to stick. I'm surprised this doesn't say like brush with egg wash. It would certainly help get it to stick, wouldn't it? Does it say to do that? Spoon. Place the unused rectangles directly on top. Nope. Alright, so for these failures, just sop up some of this liquid here. There we go. Okay. Those are probably going to split. Oh well. Should have just put all the seams on the bottom. That's life. I cut through my saran wrap, so I made a mess anyways. That sucks. That's okay, I've got to give me some time to clean up the kitchen, I guess. We'll just call that decoration. Very pretty. This one looks bigger. That one over there. Okay. One more. Alright, now we've got to crimp our edges. There's so much filling left. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with it. I guess just make apples. See, without the egg yolk, this doesn't stick. This recipe's not great. I'm not happy about this particular recipe. There's a lot that I would do differently, and I should have just done differently instead of doing it this way. Should have the egg yolk so that it would stick. Crimping doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stick. I know this because I've done it 1,000 times, so why don't I listen to myself? I don't know. I always think the cookbook is going to know, and that maybe the outcome will be different. These look a little bit like McDonald's hand pies. Yeah. I used to love the McDonald's apple pies. Well, I'm not ready to see how these turn out. Oh well. Well, still probably taste fine, right? I mean, they'll taste boring because there's not a lot of spices in it. But it is what it is. That was a little crazy. That's bit done. Alright. They're crimped. Alright, so we're going to pop those in our oven for 20... No, we are not. We are going to brush it with egg yolk. Right? They want us to do that? Yes. It's supposed to slit little holes. Which is never going to work. Come on. It's not pie crust, it's puff pastry. Yeah, it looks terrible. Let more steam out. I mean, this one's already leaking. I don't like this recipe. I'm gonna let you know now. I'm unhappy about it. I think I might have extra pie dough, and I think I might just make an apple pie. Alright, now we're gonna brush it with egg wash. Egg out. I'm very skeptical about these. Very skeptical indeed. Alright. Oh, we're not going to mix this with any water either. I'm going to just double down if that's what the recipe says to do. That's what the recipe says to do. Screw it. At this point, me and the recipe don't get along anyways. Who cares? Where's my brush? mix mine with a little bit of water. But this says just brush on the egg yolk, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to follow this instruction because I've already established that that's what I'm doing. Trying to move quickly so that these guys don't get too warm. Thankfully, it's not really hot in here today. It's usually 1,000 million degrees, but probably double check none of the little, whatever it's called, none of the brush came off. Hairs, I guess, bristles. That's what that's called. Dust it with some sugar. Just ready to get these in the oven. There's so much stuff left to do. Let's get a little sugar on here. And then we'll bake them delightfully. Yeah, I'm not digging this recipe. Let's pop these in the oven now. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes until puffed up. Don't think these are going to puff. Computer, set timer for 20 minutes.
Time for how long?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
Okay, well now
You can easily listen to your audiobook from Audible. Just say, read my book.
So I'm going to cover up our apples. Put them in the fridge. I'm going to clean off our counter. While those bake, I'm going to do the corn dish. Alrighty. Should be pretty easy. Hopefully. I'm not what? Did I do that thing where I stop a sentence in the middle of a thought? Ready? Oh yeah, no, I'm not digging this recipe. There's lots of stuff that I would do differently. I probably would do 8 6 instead of 8 of the pies. And honestly, I'd probably do pie dough. It's sturdier than puff pastry, right? And if the idea is that these are apple hand pies that you're supposed to be able to take on the go, right? It's literally in the description. Where's the spoon? It's literally, the description says, much simpler to transport than a traditional slice of apple pie. These hand pies are a great power snack when you're on the go, giving a quick boost of energy. Well, puff pastry is not going to, like, survive being on the go. A hand pie might actually. So I would use pie dough, and then it'll be easier to slit. Everything else, it'd just be better. It would just be better. Okay, but whatever. You win some and you lose some. Now I get to try making a dish that I've never made before. I don't even think I've eaten it before. So it'll be fun to see how it turns out. Okay. This is my trash. I don't need that really, but alright, we'll put the corn in here. So I'm making, I don't even know if I how to say it, esquites, which is just like a quick raw, or like a quick charred corn salad. It's known as elote en vaso, corn in a cup. It's a popular Mexican snack sold by street vendors and small markets. So we're gonna make some corn. Now, here's my knife. I've never cut corn this way. I wonder if I can just do it in the... do it in this? Maybe that would be easier. Alright, that sort of worked. I'm like, I don't want to cut too deep, but I think I'm cutting a little too shallow. They'll be excited I get to cut a jalapeno in this one. So that's fun. It smells really good. No, it's fresh corn, man. It smells delicious. Oh, you'll be excited though. Like I was saying, we get to cook with some jalapeno. Love it. I should be able to knock out this whole dish probably before the pies are even ready. Alrighty. Woo. everywhere. It's on the floor. It's up there with broccoli and cauliflower and messy. That corn smells so good. It's crazy. Making a mess. There's corn everywhere, I must confess. All right. Ugh. Cool. I need to cut up this lime. I need to crush some garlic, and then I need to do my jalapeno. I might cut the jalapeno on a plastic cutting board. I don't know that I want to get the spices all over my wooden cutting board. Probably okay. Go. Boom. Wash this off. Okay, cut up my lime. You should try jalapeno to see if it's good or not. I suppose I can do that for you. What am I looking for? Lime. So I didn't actually get cilantro because I don't like it, and then I realized this dish is just not going to look right without the cilantro. Probably doesn't taste right either, but it's really not going to look right. So, oops. Let's get our clove of garlic, lime, cloves. Guess I'll just do 2 since they're kind of small. This is starting to smell good down there. I can smell the apple pie. Ugh. Alright. These gotta be minced, so that really fine. And we're gonna want this minced because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cook this, so it's gonna be raw garlic. I'm getting so much faster at mincing. Prep queen. Fine enough for me. And then we gotta do our jalapeno. cooked with peppers in a while. Really should cook more with peppers so that I can build up that tolerance. Alright. Michael's favorite part is coming up, wherein I try the pepper. I'm trying to remember that trick I had for de-seeding you. I think is, how am I cutting this guy up? Seeded and diced. Allegedly, this will work. I can just pull this out. Oh, look at that. I did do it. I can just sort of shake all the seeds out. Nice. That worked surprisingly well. Yay, me! Get that this little bit off. Note to self, don't touch eyes, don't touch nose, just don't touch face. I tried to pick a pepper too that didn't have too much of that, what's it called? Oh, shoot. Too much stretch marks. Stress marks, that's what they're called, stress marks. The pointy part just tastes like a bell pepper. I'll try it if you say so. Okay, that's enough. Just have a little pick. Alright, let me dice this up and then I will try a piece. Get that out of the way. I figure I kind of want about the same size as the corn kernels, I would imagine. Does it say finely diced or just diced? Diced. Alright. There we go. Beautiful. My hands aren't burning yet. That's always exciting. Okay. I'm going to try a piece now. Here you go. Here I try. spicy. It's got a pretty good flavor. Ooh. Ha ha. It's actually got a super good flavor though. Okay, I'm gonna do just a wee bit of cleaning up right now. And then I can check on my puff pastry. I want to wash my board and my knife since they have all the spicy on it. The jalapeno has amazing flavor, actually. It tastes really good. But it is still spicy. Ooh. Okay. Well, I almost touched my face. I almost broke the cardinal rule. Don't touch your face. Alright. Wash off my board. Very good. Whew. It's getting to me. How are my puff pastries doing? Well, they don't look terrible. They definitely are looking exactly like I said they were going to look, which is not sealed. That's what I said was going to happen. That's what happened. I'm just going to listen to myself now. They are basically done though, so I'm going to, as soon as the timer goes off, I'll take them out and show them to you. But then I will cook the rest of the dishes. Okay. Boom! Move my Dutch oven out of the way. Ugh. Alright, computer, stop. What am I doing? I have no idea. Alright, let's go get these guys out of the oven. I'll show them to you here in a second. There you go. Ta-da! They actually look much better than I thought they would, but you can see how they've separated, and they've separated because that stuff was never going to stick. It had no prayer. It had no prayer sticking. But I will say I've never actually sprinkled them with sugar before, and I actually thought that that looked really pretty. So I was happy about that. Okay. Move in camera. Alright, we are going to cook our corn. Alright, we need butter. It says 2 tablespoons of salted butter. Let's see if we can figure out how to cook this stuff. Alright, that might be a little more than 2 tablespoons. Okay. Now we are going to melt the butter on high heat. Ooh, I don't like cooking with butter on high heat. I'll do medium high. Just gonna have to live with it. A little bit. Then add the corn kernels. Mix and then cook for another 2 minutes. Continue this 2 more times. Oh, I see. All right. Okay, all right, I got this. I figured out what I'm supposed to do. I think I read it slightly wrong the first time around, but that's okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to cook some corn. So we gotta melt the butter first. Then we'll add our corn. Look at that butter, yumminess. Alright. Computer, set timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Starting now.
Alright, now don't touch. So basically, we let this cook for 8 minutes, and every 2 minutes, we're going to stir it. That is how we are going to make this. I'm going to serve it in this bowl too, so I'm just mixing it out a little bit. Oh crap, I need to do a little salt. Making popcorn. I mean, I'm not really making popcorn, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. About 30 more seconds and we'll give it a stir. Alright, turn my oven off. Hope this tastes good. I like corn. I like all the ingredients, so it should taste good. In theory, should be delicious. Alright, give it a quick stir. And they're touchy. You can hear that sound. Yeah, you can. Gotta remind myself to drink water now. Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll let it cool. And I'll try the thingy. Alright, almost time to give it another stir. Whoa. I'm gonna have to open a window, get some of this out. Alright. Alright, another 2 minutes. Pretty sure it's not getting smoky in here. Making sure. This sounds good. We're trying to get it to char a little bit, so you do want it on a high heat. Doesn't that sound nice? I'm sure you can hear that. Yeah, you can. I can see it on the microphone. You guys can totally hear it. Alrighty. Nice. Almost time for another stir. About to make popcorn. Like a mess all over my poor counter. I have to clean like crazy. Alright, chili roll. Stop. We don't want popcorn. Where's my Doge? Making a mess. The popcorn's going everywhere. It looks good though. Ugh. More on the floor. It does. It's like I'm making popcorn. It was flying out there for a bit. I'm honestly surprised my fan hasn't turned on. Alright, last minute on these little guys. I don't want to put my face too close, otherwise it's gonna come flying back at me. Popcorn face. That would be something. Pants are falling off. Apple pies may be slightly popcorny now. It's okay. Corn is sweet, so it won't be that weird. Right? That's what I'm telling myself. Alright, just a couple more seconds and then we are done cooking the corn. Nice. Okay. Cook, my man, cook. Computer, stop. Alrighty, I'm gonna pivot the camera again, so watch out for that. Pivot-y. There we go. That looks pretty nice, but boy oh boy, you can see the brown bits, can't you? But we want that flavor. So I'm trying to use my left hand so you guys can see that I'm not ambidextrous. Okay. This smells good. Wowzers. Look at that. That'll look nice, so we're gonna let that cool for just a bit. I'll just try a little piece. Nice. Alright. Oh, that has really good flavor. Okay, I'm gonna eat one of the pies so we can try that now while that cools. So let me get myself a little dish here. This one's the ugliest one. This one. That one. Alright, so here's our little pie. It's not bad looking, actually. Surprise, surprise. It's not bad looking. It's not great. You can see that it's peeled away, like it didn't seal. And I think that if we had used like an egg wash to seal this, we would have had a lot more success. Can you see that? Did you see what I was doing? Okay. Here we go. I do really like the color on this. I guess I'm supposed to be able to eat this with my hands because it's an on-the-go snack. So yeah, see, we didn't get quite as much rise as I would have wanted out of this. Let's see. It could be better. That's what I'm gonna say. It could be better. I don't find this particularly delicious. Like, I mean, puff pastry is kind of tough. I think it's because it gets brutalized when you roll it out. And I kind of think it would be better with pie dough. I don't know. They look better than they taste. The filling is lacking, but we kind of knew that, right? It was Granny Smith apples, brown sugar, and a little bit of cinnamon. It was never going to be like a flavor punch. So, there are better pie recipes in fantasy cookbooks. I would skip this one. Puff pastry's got a lot of calories. I don't know if the flavor is worth the calories. I mean, I'm still going to eat it because I don't want to be wasteful. But, yeah, I don't know that. Whew. Just don't know that it's worth the calories, sadly. Like I said, Still gonna eat it though. I am pretty hopeful about the, I really don't want to pronounce it, Esquites. If anybody is there and knows how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. Just eating the filling. All right. Well, that was disappointing. It's not bad, it's just not special. All right, let's go ahead and work on our corn. There we go. Just fix this there. Alrighty. So we need our jalapenos, our garlic. I think we just add everything. Mixed in the garlic, jalapeno, cayenne pepper, chili powder, mayonnaise, and cheese. Alright, so you go in. Probably do this with a fork. More garlic. I think I need 2 tablespoons of cayenne. Oh no, that would be a lot. Can you imagine? Ooh. An 1/8 teaspoon and a 1/4 teaspoon. Can you imagine 2 tablespoons? I'd be over here dying. You'd watch the end of Nerdy Nom Noms. Alright, so a 1/4 chili powder. This is gonna be spicy. And just a smidge of cayenne. I'm at 2 tablespoons of mayo and 2 tablespoons of cheese. Those are both in the fridge. Couldn't find my mayo. Brand new mayo. Just a little bit more. There we go. And then 2 tablespoons of the cheese. I can get into it. Ugh. A little bit extra cheese gets in there, that's okay. There we go. I'm gonna put these back in the fridge and then we'll give her a little mixeroo. And then that's it. Okay. So yes, you're supposed to technically add cilantro, but I don't like cilantro, so I'm not having it. I gotta eat this, so. Ooh, it smells really good. Wow. Okay. Let's do just a little bowl. Alright, let's see how it tastes. Okay. Mmm. Oh my god, it's so good. Whew. I definitely got a kick. But this is delicious. Oh my god. I forgot to put the lime, but I don't even care. It would be nice with like a fresh herb, which the cilantro would be, but oh my god, this tastes so good. I swear, it's the mayo with like the chili powder and the cayenne is a really good mixture. And the jalapeno isn't too spicy, and the corn is sweet, so the two things balance really nicely. And of course, the cheese is good. Oh my god, it's delicious. And you can get a little bit of char. Give me that smoky quality too. Oh my god. This is so much better than the apple pies. So yeah. If you have this cookbook, give this recipe a try. It's amazing. It tastes so good. Like this might be like the thing that I bring to parties, like a potluck or whatever. You know? It didn't take that much work. Yummy. Alright. Well. That's so good. I'm going to let you guys go so I can clean up the kitchen. I will see you all. I'm going to stream on Twitch on Tuesday. And I'll do YouTube on Wednesday, same time next week. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Until next time.